Oops, I accidentally interrupted my video. I'm just continuing on up here. So like I was saying, old hammers, sometimes you can treat them just like a lacquered hammer. So oftentimes you can go right into the crown. Sometimes you have to get any sort of effect. Now on a hard pressed hammer like a Yamaha hammer or a Renner, what I'm doing right here, needling in between the imprints, it can have a surprisingly big effect. So in those hammers, I would be likely to kind of go in between the imprints, but just a little lower on the shoulder. That can be kind of a nice in-between effect. Not as dramatic as going into the crown. I'm just... Oh, it looks like I'm still running. I thought I turned off my camera again. We're going right up to the top here. Let's just listen to these real quick. Actually, I think the rest of them I'm going to leave. They're okay. Now let's check out the bass. I think we can do some down here. I'm going to be a little more aggressive in the bass. I'm kind of doing a row of pokes along each side of the strike point, going in pretty deep. You have to be a little careful because you can overdo it in the bass and lose some articulation. So mostly I'm going to stick to this, I guess, this second octave here. This is just kind of like for tuning. This is kind of a pitch raise type of approach. We're just kind of being a robot and kind of doing the same thing on each hammer, so we get some consistency. Okay. All right. So that took about 3 minutes. The other video I think was maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But anyways, I think we're under 10 minutes for a voicing session. Now let's see what it sounds like. We'll just put this in the middle. So I still feel like I could even do a little bit more. I'm going to do one more quick pass. This time I'm going to do a line right up near the crown. My clock says 4 minutes. And so let's see how fast I can do this. I just really kind of want more of a dramatic downward shift in the voicing. So I'm just going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing about 10 strokes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is hard work, actually. You can see I'm going to use this two-fingered technique. I'm kind of using my pointer finger to help me shove this in. as my hands get tired. If this was a grand, you know, I'd have my three needle tool, and I'd just be pounding those needles in just to really do something. You know, you discover that some sets of hammers are pretty hard to overdo it, but you can always overdo it. But I think these hammers are pretty stiff. I think I'm just going to go just to the end of this tenor section here. We're still only at 5 minutes 52 seconds. See, if you didn't have this big needle, you also wouldn't be getting as big a results. And already I'm feeling like this is not having a dramatic effect. I'm being able to needle a lot right near the crown, and it's still got plenty of volume and okay, we're at, this says 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, let's listen to it now. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So now I'm going to follow that up with a burnishing. Let's see if I can balance this up. Pushing the hammer into the string and giving it a burnish. Right down the line. I find this kind of simulates some playing. It kind of just polishes that little string imprint. It kind of compresses things. This is a great technique for settling things in. It's not one that I really see people talk about. I think it's just another one of those things I came upon in desperation. Okay, let's listen to it now. Now it's just got more articulation. It's a little clearer. That's amazing for the amount of deep, aggressive, big honkin' needle voicing. It did not kill the tone on this piano. Alright, let's play a little real music and see what it sounds like. Not bad, not bad. Now let's just follow this up with let's see what effect pounding it in is going to have. So what I'm going to do here is basically I'm just going to put a little mute against the string and just, we'll go. Simulating, immobilizing the string, whacking it hard a few times, simulating basically a few hours of hard playing. We're just going to gonna go right up the line. Okay, that's the end of the section. Let's try that same piece. Okay, I think what we'll do is I'll take a little MP3 recording so we can get an even better idea of what kind of music this piano can make. So at this point, I think we're going to call it good on this piano because at this point I'd be overtime on my appointment and probably running late to my next appointment. But sometimes we bite off a little more than you can chew. It's not a bit of a bad, it's not a bad, let me put it this way, it's not a horrible habit to get in the habit of biting off a little more than you can chew. Because what you find is over time, you can bite off more and more. And that pushing yourself will really make you into a better technician. So we got a lot done. We got we got let offs set nice and close. We got I can feel the aftertouch may be a little bit low. At first I thought, well, it's probably our key dip is still a little inconsistent. Some of the notes feel like they have enough let off, some are a little shallow. So that would probably be the next thing to do on this piano, would be to try to maybe even out the key dip a little bit. But I'm glad we didn't make it any shallower. I think leaving it a little on the deep side is probably fine. I heard a couple little stuttering notes when I was playing, so I'll need to tweak the let off on just a couple notes. But other than that, this was a successful appointment.